This is the Russian MiG-29 added 2.5 years ago now, and it is not that good anymore. So let's see how it performs. I'm gonna be honest, it's been a good couple months since I played the MiG-29 in an actual game and not just a custom, so I actually don't know exactly what it's like to play now. All I know is that it's not as good as it was, and my game is way too loud. So back when it first was added, it had of course the ER, which was and is the best Fox 1, and R60Ms, which were, if they were okay, Fox 2s for the time, but now they are so subpar, like Su-33, barely higher BR, practically the same BR. Not exactly, but it has the R73, which, fun fact, the MiG-29 was developed with the R73. It's supposed to have the R73 and not the ER, so that's a fun little unrealistic part of the MiG-29. They also nerfed the flight model in Sons of Attila quite a while ago now, and now the flight model is just a brick. At least you have speed, but uh, that doesn't always help. Especially since if you want to go full speed, you have to, as you can see, burn through a lot of fuel. So most of the time you won't even be doing full throttle, you'll be doing 105 or 101. Oh, and I forgot to say, but the radar is also very mediocre. Like, when it was released, the radar could be considered good, but it's just bad. At least the ER is still very potent. Besides when that happens and you get a crit and then an assist. Of course, the R60s are R60s still, so they are quite silly. Well, as you can see, gripping quite superior at, okay, well, the MiG-29 has got to be like the most over-tiered high-tier jet in the entire game, because you are literally surrounded below, above, and at the same BR with better planes in every nation. If I'm not forgetting like a bad plane in the nation. Like even the SMT, which is better MiG-29, it's barely even anything higher. And in a down tier you can fight MiG-23s, which, to be honest, I would rather be in the MiG-23 than the MiG-29. I mean, sure, if you put them up together in the dogfight, the MiG-29 is most likely going to win. But that's only most of the time. I mean, of course you get the Cobra button, which does help, and I probably should have used it the last game, but it doesn't actually help you with the problems MiG-29 has. Because yes, the flight model is a problem, but the fact that you can just pull as much AOA as you'd like at slower speeds doesn't like fix the problem. And I'd say that a bigger issue is the missiles. Because flight model isn't everything, just look at the Phantom or the MiG-23. But it's still nice to have a good flight model. But of course, the most important part is the missiles. Because your IR missiles are bad for the BR, and they're super old, outdated, and not even supposed to be on this plane as your primary IR missile. And then the ER never went on the MiG-29. So the way that I would fix the MiG-29 is give the R73, rebuff the flight model, keep it at the same BR. Don't remove the ER, then you have to put it down at 12.3, because the R27R isn't that good. But just keep the ER, give it the R73s, give it the good flight model. Remove the MiG-29G, honestly, because it's pointless. It shouldn't exist in the game. But doing that would make the MiG-29 like good again, and actually fine at 12.7. I mean, every now and then you get a game where you don't have to fight Fox 3s at all, but a lot of the time you do have to fight Fox 3s. Because like I could try to do a Cobra button, but I actually don't want to slow down. Yeah, as I said, I don't want to slow down because there's an F-15 behind me. I'll just keep going in a circle as if I was an F5. Well, now I only have the ER and my gun. And my elevator is kind of out right now. 9Ms. My radar's dead. I'm just gonna jam. But no. MiG-23 and MiG-21 and even MiG-29 sometimes. Those are definitely bombers. Also, quite commonly with MiG-29, you'll just get 2 free kills with the ER, and then you can proceed to do nothing afterwards. And you know, died to an F-18. I also hate it when look at this. Just look at the chat. Jackalope 7306. He doesn't even know how to use the radar, but yet he's playing at 12-7. So close to top tier. That shouldn't be a thing. We don't want our players to buy their way to the top, yet here we are, with a guy who doesn't even know how to use his radar at 12-7. That guy doesn't know how to use his flares. Or pay attention, I guess. I'm not even sure where that came from. Also, oh, I know what happened. So I was looking around myself. There's nobody there. I got killed by a tornado who I couldn't see because of the spawning system. And then right before it stopped looking at the tornado, his name popped up, if you notice it as well. So I got killed by an invisible guy, despite looking everywhere around me. Okay, that's 1 kill. Come on, ER. Buh. Yeah, at least multi-pathing worked that time. I'm gonna die to a 7M. That's somehow a 9L. Well. So yeah, that was the MiG-29. 9.13. TLDR. It's a bad plane. At a bad BR. In a bad economy. So, don't play this plane. I'm just saying. But I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next video.
Keep a little dirt under my pillow for the dirt man, in case he